let's play with some lighting. Hello, hello, hello. Is there audio? All right. Hello, hello. Perfect, okay, perfect. Hi. New record is a new record that I'm on right now, and it's not dark, and it's not nighttime. Is that the new record? Grabs popcorn. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Okay. We're answering questions today. We're answering questions that I have gotten in my DMs primarily, or comments really, comments that I've gotten on TikTok. So I've been posting a lot of TikToks about the strip club, and people want to know about the strip club. So I'm gonna answer some of the strip club questions. This here for the dudes, if you're not a girl, at least you got something to look at. If you guys have any more questions, I'm also gonna be answering the ones from Discord. So we do have 2 or 3 in Discord that were sent in. So I'm gonna answer those, and then I'm gonna answer my comments. I'll give this let's give it a couple of minutes. Let people get the notification, join, not join, or whatever. Give them opportunity to watch from the beginning, right? Babe.
Huh?
Are you gonna come down here eventually? Or are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
finishing live tea.
So, Gunboy's upstairs, also on live stream. When one live ends, another one starts. You guys can already see. I put up here. This is the comment section of my TikTok. So we have them, so you guys could watch me read them as we go through them together. I will be blatantly ignoring some of the comments because some of them are just silly or just don't need attention. So if I feel like a comment doesn't need attention, I'm not gonna give it attention because I'd like to put myself in service to girlies. All right, let's make some posts while we're here in the beginning. What is it, like 5? We'll give it like let's give it like 10 minutes before we start. Oh, hey Diego. We got the chunky backside. Thank you. Okay, let me make this. I don't know why. I need to change the settings on my phone because right now it's like it's like it's not showing me the bad words. It thinks everything is a bad word. Okay, it's like security. Where is it? Which storage to show? I need to make it so I can see everything. Let's see. Where are we at? Yes, we're doing a Q&A. We're going to do a Q&A. This stream is dedicated to the Q&A. I've been getting flooded with questions on TikTok just from what I've been posting. So I want to answer those questions and be able to put the questions on YouTube so they can go back and always have the answer. So and if this goes well and if you guys like it and more questions coming in, you guys could, I prefer if you guys ask in the Discord because the Discord's right in front of my face. But if you want to ask in the stream while you're here, you're more than welcome to ask. I am going to try to get to the TikTok questions first, and then I'm going to go into Discord. Or actually, I'm going to start with Discord. So I'm going to do Discord first because that's where I asked everyone to send in their questions, was Discord. And then go into TikTok questions, and then I'll do the chat questions after. So, let me see. Okay. Let me change the settings really quick. I should. How's the audio and lighting? Everything else looks good? Everything else looks good. Okay. There. Okay, there we go. Now that should be better. Someone cuss in the chat so I could see if I'm getting it. Someone say fuck in the chat so I can see if it blocks it or not. Because I don't want to... I want to be able to read my messages. All right. There's 3 sections in Deadbeat World Discord. There's 3 sections. There's general, stripper talk, etiquette, and Q&A. You can put the questions in Q&A. But I'm looking at all 3, so. But I would like to funnel into Q&A so I can keep things somewhat organized. That would be really great. I would love that. All right, let's give it a couple minutes and let's post this. All right. All right, y'all, we're officially live on Twitch. Join us if you'd like to listen, watch, or ask questions in the Q&A. Okay, love you. Yeah, we're officially live on Twitch. Phoebe. Phoebe. Princess. Okay, love you. Yeah, we're officially live on Twitch. Join us if you'd like to listen, watch, or ask questions in the Q&A. Okay, love you. Yeah, we're officially live on Twitch. Whatever trouble or bullshit you're dealing. All right, perfect. All right.
What's good, great life? What up, dog? About to make a strong ass jump to this. Side up, not yet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Should I build my own website or just use B-Stars? I feel like I should use B-Stars, to be honest.
I'm doing 10 TikToks a day right now, or at least trying to. 5 minimum, but 10 is like peak for me. I'm like, yeah, I just posted 10 fucking TikToks promoting my song, promoting my Twitch, promoting my Discord.
On holiday or fire, bro.
All right, let's give it. Okay, now let's start now. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Where do I need to send y'all the Discord? Let me send you the Discord. I need to go in Streamlabs. I need to go in Streamlabs and put it as a... All right, that's the link. So that's the link for the Discord. I'll copy and paste it periodically as we go through this journey of love together. Let me know if you guys got it. All right, there's a Discord. Discord's in chat. All right, let's start with some questions, okay? So I'm gonna start with the Discord questions, and I'm gonna go into the TikTok questions, and we're gonna do a stripper Q&A. All right, so the first question was, when you started stripping, did you know how to do pole dance? And if not, how did you learn? Honestly, I had zero knowledge of the community. I knew nothing about the community. I did not know how to dance on stage. I did not know how to dance in general. I was still battling people in real life like we did in high school. So no, I had no experience. And I don't think that you do need, I don't think you do need to have experience when you start, but I do think it's better if you have sales experience when you start dancing. So if you have ever had a commission sales based job, that I feel like is really, really helpful when you do go into dancing. As far as pole work, I'm self-taught. Everything that I know, I learned on my own, or I learned from watching other girls, or I learned with other girls. So we would give each other's tips and stuff. I feel like back then it was a lot more friendly. Like everybody was a lot more friendly, so they were more eager to help. Now it's just a little bit different, and now it's more twerking anyways. But I do think that if you have pole work, you will always have a job. If you know how to do strong pole work, you can work anywhere across country, maybe even in different countries. You know, like it's actually like that's a real talent. Yeah, so what else? So yeah, I learned from other people. Like, second question, what advice would you give to dancers who don't know pole yet and haven't done any lap dances? Okay, so if you don't know pole yet, like I said, it's better. Honestly, now you have so many tools. You can learn from YouTube, you can learn from TikTok. There's so many teachers online right now. There's so many people who are teaching online. And I feel like you can really, I've learned new tricks by watching some TikToks. So I do feel like you can learn online. Also, I took some pole classes later, like a few months ago with my cousins for like, just for something to do. And I did find it super fun and exciting and helpful, especially, and it was a beginner class. Obviously I probably shouldn't have been in that class, but I thought that it was great to actually hear the proper way to like move your body or your feet or your ankles or your wrists. So I do think taking pole classes is cool, but I also know that if you are dancing, that probably means that you are pressed about income and probably can't like afford to get it yet. But if you wanted to invest in that, I do think it's something that would be great. But know that it's not mandatory when you start dancing, okay? I learned months, maybe 6 months after I started dancing. So don't feel pressed like you have to know that in order to have a job dancing. Lap dances are really funny. So again, I had no experience giving a lap dance when I first started. And I actually learned through a customer. So I was there on my first or second day, and I was really nervous, and I was sitting kind of watching the floor, just experiencing what was going on. And I decided to sit with this customer that had been going there pretty much every day for like months, usually to get the lunch special, which is like a burger and fries and a beer or something like that. And then he saw that I was nervous, and he's like, have you ever given a lap dance before? And I was like, no, I have never given no motherfucking lap dance to anyone before. So he was like, okay. And he bought his first lap dance from me. And we went to the lap dance area, and I was literally, I might as well have been doing the fucking Macarena because I didn't know what I was doing. And then he's like, no, like you gotta dance like you're dancing on your boyfriend. And I really do feel like that is probably the best advice that you can get it to give a lap dance, is like just act like you're giving a sexy dance to your boyfriend, and that there's like passion there or something. And I did it, and he kind of moved me when I messed up. But you guys, this job is very forgiving. You guys got to remember that this is an entry level job. You don't have to have any experience. You can start at 18. It's an entry level job. You don't have to have any education. Like, you really could learn through the customers and the other girls and even the DJ or the bouncers. So, you know, be like, you know, if you're going to do this, don't put too much pressure on yourself. This is not, remember, if you're a baby dancer coming into this, you should be having fun. And if it's not fun, you shouldn't do it. For me, it was fun for a very long time. I was like, I'm not going to, I did say I wanted to stop, yes, but I was like, when I was doing it, I was like, fuck it, I'm good here. I don't have anyone telling me to do anything. No one's telling me what to do. I don't have to be on a schedule. Very wholesome, Diego. Yes, it was a very wholesome moment. But anyways, yeah, and it was really, really fun for me, like partying and meeting a bunch of people and being cute and sexy with my outfits. Picking my stage songs were really fun. Dancing on stage, I loved performing. I thought it was really, really fun in the beginning. It is over time. I do think it eats at your soul, but I do believe in having fun if you're gonna do this. And the more fun you have, the more you smile, the more you laugh, the more you radiate positivity, the more money you're gonna make. Okay, like if you walk in there stank face, fucking rude and like annoying, guys already deal with that with other people in their life. Okay, so they don't want to deal with that when they go to a club. All right, like sorry, but it's true. And if you want to make money, I know we're in this really like I hate men environment right now, but if you want to make money from men at the strip club, then you gotta smile, bitch. You gotta smile. Okay. All right, so we have a third question. How do you go about working at different clubs at once? This is a great question for somebody who does like travel dancing and that works at various clubs, like I do pretty much. The reason why I started working at various clubs was because I found a lot of jealousy after when I would work. I knew that girls were jealous that I was selling sections the way I was selling VIPs, lap dance. Like I don't get told no that often, which is not like that's not normal. Like there's a lot of girls do get told no. I'm sorry. I'm good at this fucking job. I was in sales before this for 4 years. I was a really top earner, top seller, and I don't like drama. I'm still a Libra, but I will defend myself. I could be aggressive. So whenever things got hot for me, I would end up club hopping because I would be like, all right, let me let things simmer down. Let me remove my energy from this club for now. Let me go to this club for a few months and then I'll go back to this club. I noticed by doing that, it refrained me from getting into any fights or any problems. The longer I tend to stay in a club, the more issues with jealousy and with aggression I end up having with other dancers because, they're fighting for their safety and then they see some bitch coming in and taking their security and their safety away from them like this. They're going to start hating. They're going to get jealous, and I totally understand it. But that's why I started working at different clubs. Now, how do I go about it? I just wake up one morning and I'm like, hey, which club do I want to go to today? That's really what it was. Right now, I feel like working at multiple clubs isn't like that good because almost people are depending on their clientele right now, like to the death, right? Like people are like by any means necessary. So working in one club consistently will give you a better clientele. But working at multiple clubs, you get that new girl energy. And you don't have to be on a schedule. So let's say Monday you want to go to Sam's, Tuesday you want to go to Dames and Games, Wednesday you want to go to California Girls, Thursday you're tired, you want to work after, you go to Cheetahs. You can do that. You have the schedule. And then another benefit of doing that is that you can connect with all of the management, all of the bouncers, and you kind of widen your network. So you widen your network, and when everybody knows who you are, it's easier to club hop and go to different clubs. Does that answer? Do you answer these questions? How are we doing, y'all? How are we doing, chat? Is this we're 3 questions in. How is it? How are we doing? I need y'all's feedback in the chat so I know that I'm not a loser. Oh, W. All right. To the guys in the chat, y'all want me to show you my Pokemon collection? You guys want to see a page of my Pokemon collection as I go through this? Would this make it more entertaining for the guys in chat too? All right, let's do that. Hold on one second. All right, so for every few questions, I'll bring out my Pokemon cards and I'll do a Pokemon spread for you. How about that? I feel like that's fair. I don't want to I don't want you guys to be bored. All right, let's see. All right, we're just gonna pick the first 3 and we'll go row by row. The first 2 pages are the holographic, so we'll do these. First, actually, let's start with something spicy so I can clip it. Y'all. All right, part of the collection. We have these. All right, we'll start. I think those are the best cards I have, to be honest. Well, that's what Gunboy says, anyways. All right, we'll show you those 2. And then I'll show you one more because I did say 3. I just picked these up from my mom's house. It's my stepdad's house now. All right, this is the 3rd card I'm showing you. Look how cool it is. Beautiful. You see the little reflection? All right, cool. Done. I'll pull out more as we go because I feel like that's kind of actually funny. All right. Are you still dancing? Periodically, yes. I'm going probably like twice a week, maybe. But honestly, I'm trying to run it up. I'm trying to get my bag on the internet. Okay? I'm not trying to be in the club anymore. I'm trying to get that internet money. All right, cool. So that was in Discord. Oh, we got a few more. Discord is always going to take priority because that's where I'm asking you guys to send the questions. Okay, so I'm going to take priority with Discord questions each and every time because that's where I want you guys to move in, to start getting comfortable with asking the questions. So I don't have to, like, going into my notification box is like, I never know what I'm going to, it's not directed. So I got hate comments, I got good comments, I got over-sexualized comments, I got all kinds of types of shit. So that's why I'm like, I would rather just everyone be focused on the subject in Discord. All right, so let's go to, we have 2 new questions in Discord. The first question is, do you feel a way about strip talk creators? Do I feel a way about strip talk creators? I think that if you're gonna dance, then you might as well do social media. I think that if you're gonna dance, and like what I think about it was like, damn, I'm willing to let all these guys touch me. I'm willing to give all my energy to everybody else. I'm willing to, you know, get drunk damn near every motherfucking day. Why wouldn't I just blow up the internet? Why wouldn't I just keep posting on the internet? Why, whether it's good or bad content. Like if I'm willing to do all that, then why wouldn't I just make content? So if I feel a way, I feel the way that they should make content. Like I think more dancers or people who are feeling stuck in life that choose to dance I think that they should definitely do social media as well, because if you're gonna dance and you know, sell your soul to the devil,
It's hard.
then you might as well do social media, because at least here you're building your own brand up, you're building your own business, and you'll be able to monetize. I mean, it's gonna take time, but you know, you're gonna record at the club, record your money bags, do money counts, do outfit of the night, like do those things so you can make money on multiple avenues. That's how I feel about strip talk creators. I'm gonna be honest though, I don't really see too many strip talk creators. Like, I only see a few of them that I follow, but I don't get too much of that content. So a few of my friends are strip talk creators as well. But anyway, that are new. They just started doing it. I mean, I've been trying to tell all my friends to do it. So I think it's really important for them to navigate outside the industry. I feel like it's dying. So, all right, next question. What would you like from customers, etiquette-wise, from a section club and a gentleman's club? Okay, so what would you like from customers, section club? Section club, it's pretty much black and white. You go in, you buy a bottle, the booth, you sit down, and you pick your girls that you want in your section to dance for you for the night or for the time that you request. Now, from customers, as a dancer that understands fallout, which means when you get some money and you throw it up in the air, the money goes everywhere, other girls pick it up. So the fallout is like, let's say you get 100 and you throw 50 of it, and then $10 gets picked up by other girls. That's the fallout. So then you only left with 40. So because I understand this, and I also understand that the club normally takes 10% of every stack. So if you pull out 100, it's actually 90, and then you throw it plus fallout. That's an extra 10. It's like $80. So just think that each 100 we're getting, we're actually not getting a 100. We're actually getting something around $70 to $80. So with that being said, I know this sounds like maybe a little bratty, or I don't know how y'all are gonna take it, but I don't mean it in any like rude way. I just would prefer for you guys to be mindful of how long you're keeping the girl in the section for how much you're pulling out. So for example, you're pulling out 1,000. I truly believe that should only be 2 girls per 1,000, 1 girl for 500. Okay, if you're in a section, that kind of averages out to maybe 350 to 400 per girl. Mind you, you're taking her off the floor for the entire night, so she's not going to be making money off the floor. And if you don't want to take her off the floor, you can also reset the section. As a customer, you can reset the section, which means that you can go in, you can pull the money out, you can throw it, and then you can tell them, hey, we want different girls, so can you guys pick the money up and then bring different girls? Or you can also keep one of the girls, kick one girl out. Literally, the customer's always right. Whatever you guys want, we're gonna do for you, because we're there to give you a service. So just as a customer, I think it's nice to have you guys be mindful of how many girls you're pulling in a section. And I think a good rule of thumb is 2 girls for every 1,000. Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking so fast right now because I don't want to say anything wrong or misleading, and I know sometimes I could skip over information because I won't fully. I'll be like, oh well, I'll assume that chat knows something when they might not. So I'm just trying to be really like as if you're like a new customer coming in and I'm explaining this, which is why I'm like actively in thought while I'm answering the questions. But anyways, so I think that's something good. Edit quiz from section. Okay, so another thing, so don't pick too many girls for your section if you're gonna be in a section club. 2 girls per 1,000 if you're in a section. Now, if you're in a section and you're sitting at the bar or you're sitting on the floor and you pull out a couple $100, like let's say you pull out $100 or $200, $300 and you want to throw in a couple bitches, cool. You're gonna throw your money, they're gonna pick it up, and then they can keep working. So if you're sitting in a booth at a section, those girls are stuck in the section until that money gets picked up. If you're sitting on the floor at a regular table or at the bar and you're just pulling out 100, 100, 100, and you throw $100 at a girl, she dance for you a little bit, that's dope, because she's gonna say hi to you, have a drink with you, you're gonna throw her some bread, she's gonna pick up her money, and then she can continue to work. So it's truly just a section where you're sitting there. It's truly just a section where you're sitting there, and we have to stay there until you're done with your section, unless the girls can communicate properly and then, you know, do other things, blah, blah, blah. But yes, if you're gonna take us off the floor, it's just bet. Hi, Fastlane, welcome in. But we're here, yes. All right, perfect. So now from a gentleman's club, every girl is gonna have their own rules. I think that the club also has their own rules. Sometimes you cannot touch the girls. You have to keep your hands to the side. Some girls will put their hands on their waist. Like for me, if I'm giving a lap dance, I'll always put your hands on my waist and let you touch me. However I see fit for the customer. If I want to be touched, I'm gonna let you touch me. So, but every club's different. Every girl's different. So I think that starting your strip club dance with their hands on the side and letting the stripper, the dancer, or the performer guide your hands is great. If you're gonna be touching, grabbing, and pulling, that shit kind of hurts, actually. Don't slap the ass too hard. Section club or gentleman's club, don't slap the ass too hard. I mean, I think guys kind of got it down from like the music videos, but just like, oh my God, please don't take any rubber bands and go like that. Please don't do that. Do I have a rubber band to show you guys? I don't think I even have. I don't have a rubber band. But don't flick the girls. Just be respectful, you know, like, we like you, we're happy you're there, you know, we can take shots together, we can have fun, don't abuse us, okay? But yeah, so gentleman club, a little bit more regulated, so I feel like either the clubs and the girls will let you know how they like what they like, okay? I think at either club, offering to buy a girl a drink is always nice to start with, whether she accepts or denies. That's a good etiquette too. But I feel like as a customer, when it comes to conversation and like, you know, having someone to really entertain you, it is up to your dancer. So if you don't feel entertained by your dancer, just tell her to leave. Okay, let's go into let's go to the next question. Hopefully that answered your question. I hope that I hit the nail on the head with that one. Okay, next one. How much should a first-time customer bring to the club, and how much should he bring every visit after that? That is such a good question. Okay, so, wow, how much should a customer, okay, first, honestly, what is your budget? You have to have a budget, okay? Now, what is if you're a first-time customer, or if you're first-time customer and you're trying to come in, I think that you should be prepared to spend a minimum of maybe $200 or $300 on the girls only, okay? Not your valet, not your drinks, not tipping the waitress. I think you should be prepared to spend at a minimum, very minimum, $300 minimum. And I think that should always be the minimum, to be honest. Like, I think $200 or $300 if you're sitting there for a couple of beers and watching the game and want someone to dance for you and to entertain you. Honestly, I think that's fair. Every time after that, you can bring the same amount every time, as long as you're not taking $200 or $300 and trying to give it to 12 different girls. Like, pick maybe 2 girls that you like and maybe give one 100 and let her go walk around. Give the one 100 and go walk around. Or if you like one girl, give her the whole 300, you know. But I do feel like you should be prepared to spend at least that. Now, if you're having a special occasion, like a bachelor party or someone his birthday or something like that, and you plan to get a section, no, you're gonna pay for the bottle for the section. Most clubs have a booth fee, so you're gonna have to pay for that. That could already be $1,000. And then let's say you get a minimum two dancers, that's another 1,000. So I would say be prepared to, and I'm talking about minimum, like base minimum. For a section, you should be prepared to spend at least 2,000, minimum 2,000. It will probably be more, like 25, with like tipping your host and your waitress. So something between 2,000 and 2,500. Okay, that's what I would. That's what I think is fair for everybody. DV, you got questions? I see you're in the you're out here in our Discord. Thank you for joining the Discord, and thank you for asking questions that are very, very good questions. These are really great questions. So thank you very much for being here, and thank you to everybody that's in chat. I'm not pulling out any more Pokemon cards though, because I'm like talking too much. I want to get through more of these questions. Fast lane, so bring 5,000 to enjoy the vibes. Yeah, bring 5,000. I think of 5,000, you're gonna have an amazing time. 5,000, you're getting drunk, you're touching titties. 5,000, you outside. 5,000, you got the baddest bitches in your section. 5,000, you got the BBL, you got the thick one, you got the thick one, you got the thin one, you got the white one, you got the black one, you got the Mexican one, you got all of them, whichever one. You can have whatever you like. You got the tatted one, pick me, choose me. Okay. All right. All the ingredients for the 5 bands. You know what it is. You know what it is. All right. Okay. Let's go on to the next question. DV, we got another question. How do you build a good relationship with a dancer and become a regular? You spend money. Okay, you spend money. You spend money and you don't touch too much. Don't touch too much. It's always be like, you can have somebody who spends money, but if people touch too much without consent and disregarding boundaries, no girl is gonna want to deal. So you build a good relationship by going in and usually having some sort of a general connection with the girl. Like, if you guys speak to each other and it's fluid and she's making you laugh, she's laughing at your jokes, and it's fun and you feel good and you guys are drinking, whatever, and you feel entertained and happy and she feels secure and safe, then I do think it's quite easy to befriend the dancers at the club. But you'll know pretty quickly if the dancers are just there to get their bag and leave and have no interest in like talking to you outside the club. You could always ask. Don't ask for the phone number immediately. Like, go in, pick who you like, sit with them, chat with them, have a couple of drinks, maybe buy a dance or two, spend a little bit of money on them, see how you feel, see how they feel. That opens the door. And then when your night concludes and you ask for the number or ask for the Instagram, you guys can chat however else after. And then just I think it's great to come in consistently. Like, I think coming in like once a week for a little while, or maybe once every week and a half, just to stop by and throw a little bit of money at this person, or to continue getting dances from them, or getting a VIP from them, or bringing them flowers. Because I know that you guys are like, oh, simp, blah blah blah. When you get flowers as a girl, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're doing. You're going to have a good relationship with that person. Like, if you're at the club and a guy comes in and brings you flowers, like, honestly, it's cute. And I don't give a fuck what anyone, they go, oh, you're a simp. You're sending a stripper flowers. What? Strippers need love too. Okay? Dancers need love too. Yeah. Shit. So, A dancer is gonna like really appreciate the money you're spending on her. She's gonna appreciate those flowers 'cause she's not expecting that shit. So yeah, keep the relationship at the club. Spend some money on her. Get her whatever she wants. Get her some fucking flowers. Buy her some shots. Make her laugh. Shit, she might fall in love with you. Have your fucking kid. I'm not even joking. But anyways, yeah, that's how it that's how you have a good relationship with a dancer and you become a regular. Okay? And I promise you the dancers are open. The dancers, I think that most women who dance would love to chat with the same person that's going to be consistent in their life rather than chatting with 25 different dudes every night. Like if you get one guy who just really just wants to have fun with you, and I'm speaking from my own experience really, like, because I used to be like, I used to have a lot of regulars when I was a regular master, you know, because I'm very communicative. I'm like a chatty Kathy. I could talk forever and I could talk about anything. So at the club that really worked for me, and I befriended a lot of people, and we discussed hurt and pain and like joy and all the kinds of feelings that people have, or maybe that men aren't really able to express to other people. You know, sometimes men feel repressed, and if they go to the club and they talk about their feelings, and I think if you're able to listen to that and build a connection around that, you know, you can have a regular, you can have a friend. But what I do notice is like the people who fuck it up are the ones that touch too much. They touch, but when like they start like going, I'm like, hey, don't do that, and they keep doing it. It's like, all right, well, I don't have to sit here and tell you 27 times that I didn't like that, right? All right, so let's go over here. We're right here now. Let's go into, let's go read some of these TikTok comments, and I will pick a few to talk about. I know that the people who comment on TikTok, like some of them might be watching now, but some also might not. But let's go in here and then let's see if we have anything that pops out that I do feel like we should talk about. Okay. That's my cousin here. Don't know who that is. Okay, let's go. Ever heard of Plan B in LA? Anyone want to tell me what the vibes are? The vibes is 304. And yes, I've heard about it. Where do they hire black women that are thicker or not super skinny? Any Sam's, Cheetahs, those two clubs primarily. What other clubs? I think there's a club called Stars. I think those are the main clubs. Yeah, those are the main clubs. Cheetahs and Sam's. They like the thick ones. They like the thick ones. Okay, they like thick BBL booties. The super thin girlies are at Body Shop. Most of the full nude clubs have thin bodies. Okay, so full nude over a bikini bar is going to be more for thin. I have a whole conspiracy theory behind that shit though. Like that full nude clubs likes 18-year-old girls. Okay, so full nude clubs in California and Los Angeles, they start the hiring age at 18. 18-year-old bodies look a lot different than girls who are 30-year-olds. Okay. Hi Rams, welcome in. Yeah, so you know, it's a little creepy. It's a little creepy in my opinion that, you know, girls at 18. So that's why they tend to lean into that like younger body, and then as we get older, you know, girls start getting surgeries, BBLs, breast implants. They usually end up working at section clubs, which I prefer. A section club, they serve alcohol. It isn't full nude, and it's barely topless. There's also topless bars. So There's the bikini bars, there's topless, and there's full nude. Full nude starts at 18, no alcohol. Topless and bikini both have alcohol. So it's not even a conspiracy theory. It's literally pedophilia. That's not even conspiracy. That's literally just what it is, in my opinion. Okay, next one. It's a light skin or Latina club. I think they're talking about Sam's, and we have a little bit of everything. We have white, black, Hispanic. Most of the girls are Hispanic though, but that we got a lot. I mean, I'm talking about like we got maybe I would say 40% Hispanic, and then 30% black, then 20% white. You know, like it's still like pretty. There's still a lot there. There's still a lot. Like there's a lot of Hispanic, but there's other there's Latin, light skin, dark skin, everything. All right, let's keep going. Don't forget the club takes 15 per 100 and they have a 15%, I think. No. Okay, so the clubs that I work at take 10%. So if they're taking 15%, that's crazy work. That's fucking nuts. Nah, they just started taking 10% too. They never took percentage out of the hundreds for a long time. So we would get the hundreds as a full hundred. Sometimes it would be in the Federal Reserve plastic bag. Like we would get our money like that. Like when they would give it to the customers. Now they open it and they take a $10 after each stack. Sam started doing that first. A lot of the section clubs, like Crazy Girls, started doing that first, like a 10% fee, which does make a little sense to me, only because I know that they have to pay the bank a fee to get those ones. So they're getting that money back. So I could justify it like that. I still do think it's wrong, but whatever. So the club takes 10%. They're talking about in this club for Body Shop, they're taking 15%, which is crazy. All right, let's go. Hi, Jake. Welcome in. At the clubs I work, there are no... There's clubs in Guam where you can go in and you can pay the management to take the girls out the club. But unfortunately, actually very fortunately for me, we don't have that. Okay? So we don't have take the girl out the club fee. But there are clubs in different parts of the country where you can pay a fee to take the girl out the club. All right, let's see. I don't know which one this is. What about the Holiday in Santa Fe Springs and Holiday in Orange County? I know some of their staff and management, and I think it's, I actually really like that club. I think it's consistent with finances. They're good. They have a good community that comes in and consistently spends money. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a little ghetto for me. I'm so sorry. Okay, they let the girls beat each other up inside the fucking club. The reason why I stopped going there was because one of the waitresses got fucking banged out. She got jumped by 3 girls, and instead of helping her, the customer's recording it. She's bleeding, dripping from her nose, and they grab her head like this and start stalking her in her face. And yeah, she recovered fine. Yeah, she still had her job. And yeah, it ended up being great. But why did that happen in the beginning? Like, what the fuck? Like, honestly, there's no regulation, in my opinion, with fighting. And I'm not about to go to the club and have my beautiful self be jeopardized by an angry bitch. Okay, so yeah, they just be letting people fight, and I don't like that. Sorry, I'm not even trying to be rude, because I really do like that club. I do think that it's a great club. If you want to make some bread, it's a great club. Like, go to that club because there's money. But like, you know, be wary that the girls fight in there. It's fucking ghetto. The girls are down. They are down. How much to dance battle the dancer in the club? Dude, $5. I'm fucking doing it. $5, we're getting crunk in there. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Give me at least 20 for one song, please. Sorry. Okay, the girls are down. I'm in LA, so I know. Okay, it's hella ghetto. Have you ever gone down? Yeah, I've gotten a physical altercation, and that's how I know that I don't want to get in anymore. But I'm willing to for any of the bitches that are watching me. All right, moving on. All right, next one. So many stars. Okay, let's see. Ooh, is this all it's gonna show me? Oh, don't look at all of my DMs, y'all. Dang. Alright, so it's only going to show me up until Wednesday. Yeah, I just answered this one. Any beginner-friendly clubs in LA? Los Angeles. I would say, and I would definitely say, Dames and Games. Alright, cool, fam. I said I was going to do an hour long of Q&A, and we got 10 minutes left. I think that was really great. Not gonna lie, I'd really love to take you out the club. We could talk about pull up. Dance is my shit. Yo, high key, I love Dames and Games. I don't give a fuck if it's slow right now. They got good food, good drinks, bad bitches. Like that, they got good music, good DJ, great management, nice waitresses, fucking clean establishment. Like, I don't know, and it's huge. They just need to throw in a couple pool tables in that bitch, and I think it'd be perfect. They got hella screens to watch any game. I don't know. That was the first club I ever worked at, and I love that club. They have never done me wrong. I have never had no bad shit ever happen at Dames and Games. Crazy girls got raped, really. Got drugged and raped. Drugged by the waitress. My body taken to the car by the bouncer, and then taken away because of one of the customers, right? And the second time, you want a job? You can suck my dick, and I'll make sure you get hired. Bitch, right? So that happened there. I don't know. There's just so many other clubs that have trash ass management, and I do think Dames and Games is best. Okay, let me all right, so let me go back in here. Let's re-put this Discord link. Let's put the Discord link. Discord link. All right. Okay, I just added the Discord link in chat. Okay, you guys could go join the Discord. You guys, I do randomly game sometimes, so that's why y'all see a World of Warcraft section. You guys feel free to chat there too. And then I have my stripper shit. Q&A, etiquette, and general stripper stuff, and then we have all the little things there. So if you guys want to go in and chat with me, I'm gonna end this in about 10 minutes because I feel like we covered a lot of questions. This live stream is gonna be uploaded to my YouTube. I don't want to be that bitch that's like, oh, go do this, go follow this. But if you guys want the content, if you guys want to see everything, then it's gonna all be on YouTube. Okay, so you guys can watch on YouTube. If you guys have more questions, I can do these Q&As more regularly. Just let me know. I don't mind it as long as it stays respectful. I feel like that was good knowledge. I'm dropping gems. Thank you. I try, I want to make sure that we all have the right etiquette going to these places, and hopefully they don't die out. I think it would be really sad if the strip clubs died out, because as a customer, I do love going. Dancing, I am done. My knees hurt, my back hurts. It's not even that I'm getting old like that, because I know I am, but like I need to transition to something else. Like 10 years in one job is a lot. So, That's what we're doing now. So maybe now I'll go into my teaching era. Okay, my teaching era of stripper stuff. You know, 10 years in the fucking 10 years in the game. Wonder why my feet hurt. These bitches bite me. These changes. What did Nicki Minaj say? I don't know. We're not a fan of her no more, right? But anyways, yeah, thank you for everybody who sent in your questions on Discord. I really, really appreciate it. Next time, instead of me having this here, I'll put the Discord so you guys could see the comment. Or maybe I'll do this one and Discord so you guys could see the Discord questions coming in as well. Yeah, we're gonna do rap career. Rap career. And make sure you guys subscribe to me. If you got some bread in this bitch, make sure you send it to me. Because that's the only way I'm going to be able to keep doing this. You all need to subscribe to me today. The fuck? Just kidding. I love you guys. Don't hurt me. You guys. Anyways, but yeah, if you guys want to send me nice things. I'm still a stripper, baby. I'm still a stripper. Still stripper at heart. Anyways. Alright, we're gonna get off soon. I'm gonna hit this. I want us to hit 5. Wait, how long until this bitch hits an hour? 5 more minutes. Let's see, do I have one more question? No, I think all my questions are booted out. I'm scared. I could probably go into my... Let's check the DMs real quick and see if I have any DMs. Oh shoot, I see. Fresh question. All right, let's answer this one and it'll be the last one for the stream. I'll be back on stream later tonight, but it won't be for this. I'm gonna either be cooking or fucking playing a video game or some shit. I don't know. Maybe I'll play Tetris with you guys for an hour. Are you laughing at me?
Yeah.
I can't really play shit right now because look at these stupid ass nails. They're press-ons. I could take them off when, like, I just put them on, so the glue is probably, I could take them off like tomorrow. All right, let's go into this question. What is it? Heartchild? Heartchild? Okay. Scenario, you spend bread in the club and you know the dancers. Oof. What's the minimum limit of bringing the dance... What's the minimum limit of bringing the dancers back to the crib to dance and vibe? Price per girl. Every girl is gonna be different. I used to, back in the day, I used to go dance at people's houses or apartments for like $600 or $700. Like 10 years ago when I started dancing, I would make like $800 at the club, and then I would go dance afters at their place for $600. I'm not talking about doing extras. I'm talking about dancing in my dance outfit and my stilettos, okay? So every girl, now I think girls, okay, so scenario, you spend bread at the club and you know the dancers. Honestly, the part of that you got to take out is you know the dancers, because you don't know the dancers. You don't actually know the dancer, okay? You probably know the dancer. But like, do you know the dancer? Does the stripper love you? You know what I mean? Like, do you? Because do you ever really know a dancer? Like, even me, when I meet a dancer, I'm like... Anyways, so if you go to the club and you spend bread, let's say you go to the club, you spend $5,000. That has nothing to do with what you are about to spend for an afters, because that is another service you are getting. You are taking that girl, you're removing her from the security guards at the club, the DJ at the club, the vibes, the lighting. You're putting her up in your place. God knows if it's clean, if it's safe. They don't know. Mind you, I don't know you. You don't know, like, we don't know each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're putting her in a far more dangerous place, all right? So whatever her rates are, that's her rate. That's going to make her feel safe enough to go and do an afters with you. If you spend money... Juju... If you spend money in the club, that money is what you're paying for that experience in that moment. Anything after is an extra cost. Okay, so it's kind of like you go get your haircut and he's like, oh, you want your haircut? Oh, you want your eyebrows done? Oh, you want your nose waxed, your mustache trimmed? Those are all extra services. So that would be an extra service. Every girl's different. Some girls will pop pussy for $200 at the afters. Some full nude. Some girls are $2,000. All right, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. All right. And then also, I do believe this. Every customer is different. So if you go in and you're too touchy, but you spent $5,000 and you want to do an afters, shit, that girl might be like, oh, $4,000 for an afters. But if you go in, you spend $5,000 at afters, and you're respectful the whole time, she might be like, hey, I'll come over for $300. Okay, so every scenario is going to be different. Every scenario is different. Every dancer is different. Every customer is different. All right. All right, guys. Well, I hope that I answered all of your guys' beautiful questions. You guys are so amazing and supportive and lovely. And I cannot express to you how much I appreciate you guys being here every day with me. And, you know, app hopping, because we started on TikTok and then Instagram and now Twitch. You can come. Oh. And then Discord. So thank you for, you know, being consistent with me. I really appreciate it. Fastlane, WStream. If you guys think I should do this stream in stripper outfits, let me know, because I will. Let me know if I should do these streams in stripper outfits, because I need to wear them for something. All right. So y'all think that Gunboy, yeah, he's like, y'all think that if I should do, y'all think I should do these streams in stripper outfits? Because I don't mind. But y'all better not be calling me fucking thirsty the next stream. I'm going to put a tip jar in my titties. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. All right, so do me a favor. If you guys truly have a question, please drop in the Discord, and I'll get to the stream and the questions. We'll do another one. If there's enough questions to do this tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. But if there's not enough questions, I need at least like 6 or 7 questions for like an hour-long stream. I'll do it in that outfit. I think that would actually be really funny. But anyways, okay, I love you guys, and I will be back on in a few hours to just bullshit and hang out if you guys want to join. This is going to go on YouTube now, and yeah, I love you guys. Okay, I'm getting off. Bye!